So the TriCaster has a variety of media players, including 2 digital disc recorders. Now these DDRs can play back a wide variety of media, including high definition and standard definition video clips in a variety of formats, can play them back natively, and our media importer will transcode any file formats that it won't play natively into a file format that you can use. So you can literally import any type of video clip in that you want, high definition or standard definition, and the TriCaster's DDR can play it back for you. Now the DDRs are located here. There's DDR1 tab and the DDR2 tab. Notice that there are transport controls along the bottom. You also have controls available for these DDRs from the control surface. There's a media player section here on the control surface, and you have control over the DDRs, the stills, the titles, and the sounds player with transport controls and some variable control over here as well. Now, the DDRs also work with presets. And we talked about this when we were loading the DDRs up. You do have the ability to create different presets with different types of media, giving you instant access to a large variety of media very, very quickly and easily. Now, once you have the DDR set up, one of the best features of this DDR is that it's automatic. And that's accomplished by using a couple of variables right over here. So the single variable, we talked about this when we were talking about our motion overlay section. Single is going to allow the DDR to just play the one clip that is currently selected. If you turn single off, it's going to play all of these clips in a row just like it's an entire project. So we're going to turn single on. We just want to play one clip at a time. And autoplay is going to make it so that when you switch to the DDR is automatically going to start playing. And when the clip is done, it's going to automatically switch back to whatever you have on preview. It makes the DDR completely automatic. Not only that, but it also queues up the next clip. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We have this clip selected, and single and autoplay are both active. Select the DDR on preview, and simply switch to the DDR. You'll see that it automatically plays. You can see the progress of the clip as it's playing. It turns yellow when it's under 10 seconds, red when it's under 5 seconds, and then it will automatically switch back to whatever you have selected on preview with whatever transition you have selected, and when that transition is done, it will queue up the next clip. So to play the next clip in the DDR, switch to the DDR. Again, I'll pick a different transition. As soon as that clip is done, it's going to use the new transition and come back to whatever we have selected on preview with the transition that's currently selected. So it's literally an automatic DDR. Now, some other things that you can do inside the DDR. You do have a scrub bar down here, so you can scrub to the portion of the video where you want it to start playing. You don't have to start from the beginning. You also have the ability to set in and out points. So if you move the mouse over this little handle, you'll see the cursor changes into 2 large arrows. And now you're dragging the in point. You can see that visually there on the little scrub bar. And you can do the same thing for the out point. And you can scrub, and you visually see it while you're scrubbing it, so you know exactly where you're setting your in and your out points too. So you could literally have one very long clip, and you could put it into the DDR and clone it over and over again. Any clip, you can right-click on a clip, and you can say you want to clone it, and you'll make a new copy of it. And then you could set different in and out points on that same clip and make one clip look like multiple clips, simply by doing some basic cuts-only editing right here inside of the DDR. You also have the ability to change the speed of the clip, and you can left-click and you can drag to change the speed playback. And again, if you've changed any control in the TriCaster and you want to get it back to its default, hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and double-click on it, and it will reset that control back to its default position. That works on any knob, any slider, anything, anywhere inside of the TriCaster. Now, once you have content loaded, you're not stuck there. You can left-click. You can drag content around. You could also left-click and drag out a box, multiply select some clips, and then take those clips and insert them into the middle of your list. You can hold down Control and select multiple clips and move just those clips to the end of the list. So most of the Windows selection conventions work. Click on the first clip, hold down Shift, click on the last clip, everything is selected, or Control for individually selecting multiple clips. All that stuff works, and then dragging them around. Another neat trick is you do have 2 DDRs here. So if you figured out that you wanted one of these clips in the other DDR, you can left click and literally just drag it right over to the other DDR. Another nice feature is the DDR does have a counter, and this counter is by default set to be a count down. So if we select a clip, a single clip, it's going to show us the length of that clip. And then when we start playing that clip, this is a countdown showing us how much time we have remaining before it's going to go ahead and either switch back if you're using autoplay, or if autoplay is off, it's just going to tell you when that clip is going to stop.